All right. I figured I better do this one on my main Facebook channel. I've been having conversations with folks over the past couple weeks. And I've been watching my videos. And there ain't no doubt that a lot of them are critical of certain people. And it's funny because even the people who feel like they're the ones being criticized don't understand the conversation. Most people, when you say something to them about what the supremacists think, they always feel included. And you know why they feel included? Because they don't know what it's like to be on the other side. You can't tell me anything about being beat up if you ain't ever been beat up. You can't tell me how to defend myself if you ain't never been in a fight. So when I say to you, I'm happy for y'all. I'm happy for you. I'm happy the person that you wanted to win won. I'm happy. Hey, I'm happy for you. It don't matter what I think. Who should have won? Because it doesn't matter who wins. It's a show. What matters is the actions, right? And when we see, it doesn't matter who's in office, they're gonna pick and choose their battles for their power at our expense. Now, I believe in my heart that those of you who got what you asked for are going to be severely disappointed in what you think you got. Because one thing is absolutely for sure. If you ain't got no power, you can't do shit. If you ain't got no knowledge, you can't say shit. So when I sat back and I had these conversations with my friends, and I love every one of them, but what I do know is they don't understand either. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to help you understand. See? Because I know what it's like to get beat up. I know what it's like to get spit on. I know what it's like to hear somebody standing around talking something that they don't think you understand. But this is the thing. The language they speak, they don't understand. See, folks get caught up in what they want. They don't give a damn what anybody else wants. They don't give a damn what anybody else needs. Because their wants override other person's needs. Those of you who are fortunate enough to never have to suffer through that kind of crap, you won't understand it. Want and need is not the same thing. What most people want is respect. What most people need is understanding. So when we get to that crossword of need and want, we get lost in conversation because of the lack of understanding. If I say to you, you know, I want a piece of property, 40 acres, and a mule. You say, well, you don't need that. You don't need it. And you'd be right. If you didn't know what I wanted it for, right? Now, if I want the 40 acre and a mule so that I can help the community that I live in, sustain food, take care of some of the less fortunate, that's what I need, not what I want. But if you say you want this new car, and I look at you and I say, you don't need that. What do you need that for? It's just a car. All you're trying to do is get from one place to the other. I'm probably right. You don't want that new car so you can load people up in it and haul them down to the doctor or run them over there where they can get some assistance. You don't want that car for that. But it's your want. And you will use whatever it takes to get what you want over what somebody needs. That's the government. That's the government. That's everybody up there that you voting for. That's them. They'll let you know what you need while they take what they want. And now it's been so ingrained in everybody. See, capitalism. Capitalism means capitalize, right? By any means necessary. Get ahead. That's what capitalism is. It's the backbone of the country. It's the backbone of slavery. The backbone of neo-slavery. The backbone of Jim Crow. The backbone of everything that you hear them talk about during the politics. When it's time to get you to vote, they tell you about the trans, they tell you about the immigrants, they tell you about the blacks. Tell you about all that. How all that's the whole problem. Whole problem. All the time they're filling their cabinets full of felons, doing the same shit that they arrest you and send you to prison for. Being accused of the same shit they arrest you and send you to prison for. And you clap. You say, oh yeah, he's just like us. But guess what? He ain't just like us. He ain't just like us. None of them are. None of them are. because their wants override your needs. And I'm going to venture to guess some of y'all's needs are going to be kicked a little to the curb. You know, now those of y'all who got smart people handling your money, they'll know how to ride that wave and y'all be all right. But the rest of us, you think shit's expensive now. Watch how expensive we're getting ready to get. All those things you thought were etched in stone, guaranteed to you. You don't see what it's like to be part of that minority that y'all hear them crying about. That oppression and all that bullshit. Because you've been desensitized to war. You think that everybody deserves whatever the United States does. I don't want to live in no other country, honestly. My blood's in this one. All my ancestors' blood's in this soil. Why would I want to leave? Why would I want to leave? And this is what's funny. Everybody says, well, if you don't like it here, go back where you came from. That's where I come from. Most of y'all came by choice. Most every one of you came by choice. So when you use that rhetoric of go back where you came from, maybe you should practice what you preach. See, there's a lot of people that look like me that ride with people like y'all, and y'all can take them with you. Since they make you feel good about yourself. Because there's one thing I ain't never been afflicted with. And that's being afraid of telling y'all what I think. If you come to me with disrespect, I'm promising you I'm going to give it back. I don't care if you got something pinned on your chest or not. Because really it don't apply to us 3/5 of human beings. Right? Think about that. If we were the beast and the shit that your daddies told you we were, y'all would already be gone. We'd have eliminated y'all's ass a long time ago. It wouldn't have been shit you could have done about it. The only savages don't look like us. The only mongrels don't look like us. The only hate-fueled semi-humans don't look like us. They look like y'all. If you want to talk about a Neanderthal, primates, who acts more like one? Who acts more like one? Reactionary. Attack shit every time you don't understand it. Attack shit every time you don't agree with it. Attack shit every time it's in the way for something you want. You know, I had a conversation with a buddy of mine, man, and I tell you what, he stimulates my mind every time we talk. If you're looking at this video, you know who I'm talking to. I love the shit out of you, boy. I love the shit out of you. These people that I talk about when I have conversations with him. He knows who I'm talking about. And you should too. This is a problem. And it's ingrained in people who don't look like me. It's ingrained in them. It's so ingrained in them that they don't even know that it's ingrained in them. Anytime you say anything, I said to him, white folks hate to be called racist worse than they hate racism. Like it's a dirty little secret. It ain't no damn secret. It ain't no secret. When I made the video, Washington, Missouri, where my life and slavery converged, how many of y'all watched that? How many of y'all knew what I put in that video? And how many of you stayed to the end of it to hear me say that, although growing up in that and dealing with all of that, I don't hate all of you. I got a lot of love for a lot of them. And got a lot of love from a lot of them. Give a damn about me as a human being. Not that they didn't see color. But they seen the character with the color. See, I didn't have to be dismissed to be accepted. You know, oh, I was raised to never see color. You're a lying ass. Oh, I was never raised that way. Then why ain't you doing something? You know, it's one thing, I was never raised to run around and rob people. So I don't run around and rob people. I was raised not to run around stealing shit. I don't run around stealing shit. But if I see somebody stealing something from my neighbor, I will jump the fence and stop that shit. Most of you won't. If anything, you'll ask for a cut. Hey, look, I seen what you did over there, and if I get a little cut of it, your secret's my secret. And like I said, there's plenty of you that look like me, that act just like that. I watched year after year of people that look like me with businesses that do great work, and other people who look like me that instead of going to them and having the work done, they go down the road to the people who don't look like them to get ripped off, overcharged, talked about, but that's all right because they believe he just does better work. Why? Why would he do better work? Because you've been raised by him to think that he's the only one that can set your day straight. And I can tell you for a fact, he's the only one that's going to make sure your days don't stay straight. Because he believes in capitalism. He believes in capitalizing on you. Because you've been conditioned to believe already that he's the one that's going to help you. Dude don't give two shits about you. Oh, he wants your money. And then he'll vote against anything that you feel you need. Because it ain't what he wants. He don't want your needs fulfilled. You know, that's why your days are filled with his shit. So you don't have time to work on your own shit. Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to work. We're gonna have to put in 60 hours this week. Why we gotta put in 60 hours this week? Because they got profits to be made. You got a sick kid, well, try to get your grandma to watch while you're here. No, insurance ain't gonna cover that. Your deduction be about $1,500. All these obstacles for you, me, that we gotta go through just to have a job. We ain't got a right for this. We ain't got rights to that. We got a right to pay our taxes. Obligations, really. But those taxes are not obligated to go to us. They're obligated to go to those people you vote for. Well, you know, you vote for a couple and they call their buddies and they bring their buddies in. It'll be all right. Yeah, I know they don't know shit, but boy, it's better than the ones who do. That's the funny thing about people who don't look like us, or me. They think that what their mental capacity is, what their standing is in the town that they live in or the family that they stand around is that of knowledge. But it's not. There is nothing in the race that doesn't look like me that has ever been made by them. Stolen. Ideas, techniques, everything. Everything. The legacy of that so-called superior race is violence, destruction, every freaking thing on this planet that's bad in mentality and authoritarianism. It's all perpetuated by the people who don't look like us. Every major genocide, every major attack on any culture has been perpetrated by that culture. The ones that don't look like anybody else. Yeah, but you can't put them all in the same group. Well, hell, I don't understand why, because that's what you do. That's what you do. Everybody's got a nickname or a stereotype for every other ethnicity. And when you say that, they say, yeah, but what about Hunky? What about Cracker? Dude, those are descriptions of the people that were perpetrating terrorism. Cracker is the dude that's swinging the whip. The Hunky is the coming to rape your wife and kids. See, the ignorance of human beings are perpetrated really by one. that try to induce other people into doing the same. We'll try to kill all your kids in hopes that you'll try to kill ours to justify what we're doing to yours. Look at the Middle East. Look at it. One side. And your government supporting it. So, I say this to all the people who look like me and support people for real who look like me. Don't fret over the rats chasing the cheese. Don't fret over it. They took the cheese. We're about to see what the rats do. They'll sit there and they'll eat their cheese and they'll enjoy themselves and they'll get fat. And then all of a sudden the cheese is going to run out. And you know what they'll do then? One of them's got to be the king rat. They'll start eating each other. They're already doing it. They already think there's not enough cheese. So I say to everybody who didn't agree, sit back and watch the rats eat the cheese. We'll come through and sweep them up later. Just quiet elevation. Let's elevate.